Characters can be presented in two main ways. You've got direct characterization, which is when you tell the reader what a character is like. Mr. Perkins was an unusually antisocial neighbour. And you've got indirect characterization, which is when you show the reader a character's speech and actions. "Good morning," said Mr. Jones. Mr. Perkins put his head down and walked faster. Most of the time, we prefer to make judgments for ourselves. After all, that's what we do in real life. Consider these two descriptions of Chip. Chip was alienated from society, miserable and alone. He was a lecturer at a university. This is starting to sound like me. A cultured man who liked food and wine, but by this stage he was finding it increasingly difficult to occupy himself. It wasn't exactly that he was bored, rather he had sunk into the sort of depression that makes one so apathetic that it becomes difficult to do anything. This is me. His health was terrible and he was verging on alcoholism. He was living in chaos with mess everywhere. It's me. He had run out of money. Quite simply, Chip wasn't coping with life. Well, that's so vague, it could be me. But compare that version to this version, which is adapted from Jonathan Franzen's The Corrections. TV caused Chip such critical and political anguish that he could no longer watch even cartoons without smoking cigarettes, and he now had a lung-sized region of pain in his chest, and there was no intoxicant of any kind in his house, not even cooking sherry, not even cough syrup. He went to his dining table and confirmed the absence of dregs in the wine bottles on it. He'd used the last $220 of credit on his Visa card to buy 8 bottles of a rather tasty Fronsac, and on Saturday night he'd thrown one last dinner party to rally his supporters on the faculty. He hadn't had the strength to clear the table in the intervening days. He considered the blackened red leaf lettuce, the skin of congealed grease on an uneaten lamb chop, the mess of corks and ashes. Comparing these examples, you'll notice that direct characterization versus indirect characterization is a lot like telling versus showing. So it's worth remembering the general rule. As long as you're dealing in objective facts, verifiable facts, well, just tell us as clearly as possible. But when you're dealing with subjective things, with opinion, well, then it's normally best to just give us the facts and let us make the judgment calls for ourselves. Of course, there's always exceptions. For instance, when Joyce Carol Oates says of the father in Where Is Here, he was reserved by nature, but genial and even gregarious when taken unaware. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your writing.